Hi guys and girls, welcome back to Watch the Time. Thanks for tuning back in. Thanks for coming back to see me. I'm really pleased you've done so, and I'm exceptionally pleased about to bring you, I've been practicing, a Venezianico. Venezianico. I believe that's how you say it. I was saying Venezianico. Venezianico sounds a lot better, and I think that's how you say it. But I'm sure we're going to get comments in the comment section. But this is their bronze Narade. This looks banging. I've got the black dial one. You get a white dial one. Purpose movement with the 9039 movement because there's no date. So it's very, very clean. The bronze looks beautiful. It looks like no shade of bronze I've ever seen, to be honest. It looks stunning. The dial looks beautiful. Nice handset, nice indices. Purpose movement, nice rubber strap. Venezianico are doing some exceptional stuff. They've become one of my favourite micro brands. I think we can still just about call them a micro brand, but they're doing some mad bits. They brought out their mechanical movement a little while ago. They're bringing out some exceptional watches. I can't believe just how quickly they're able to churn out these watches with the designing and everything that goes into it. They're doing some great stuff over at Venezianico. So well done, guys. Thanks for sending this over. I'm in love. I'm not this watch it looks stunning. The pictures look great, but even the pictures don't quite do it justice. It's one that I'm hoping I capture for you. So by the time we get to the end of the video, you know if it's for you. Like I say, black dial, white dial. The black dial for me is money. The white dial looks beautiful, and if you want a white dial watch, then they probably got you covered. But I'm going to stop going on. You can tell I'm a little bit excited about this watch. I was really pleased to get this in. So I will leave a link in the description. Please feel free to check it out. But also do check out their website. Generally, they got some beautiful pieces. I've been lucky enough to feature a few now. So I know a little bit about what I'm talking about the brand. But I'm going to stop going on. So get yourself a nice beverage, a nice brew, because it's about that time. Let's get the camera turned around and get on with it. Hi guys, so this is the watch. This seems to be the normal sort of packaging you get from Venezianico now. Out of cardboard box. This box is a little bit different to the one I had before, but I quite like it. And what was nice upon getting it is the inside. So what you get, really nice in the material, doesn't leave lint everywhere, because of the other ones, it just seemed like a bit of a nightmare. Some bits and pieces in there. I'll take a bit of the inner out so you can have another look as well. And it's got a warranty booklet that's signed and stuff. Wouldn't expect anything else, especially from a brand like Venezianico that are just doing some really, really good stuff. Comes on a cushion, which I'll show you just in a second. So yeah, all that's nice. Feels really, really nice, premium, with sort of velvety sort of material. But let's put it all to the side, because you want to see the watch, don't you? Let's be honest. That's why you're all here, not to see the packaging. And here is the watch. So this is the Venezianico Bronzo. So you'll see it on the dial. This is the black one. There's a white one you could also get. I'm really pleased they sent me the black one. The black one, I just think it looks a bit more manly. The white one looks a bit more feminine. I'm not saying there's anything wrong with it. It's just personal choice. But yeah, you got the choice. So this is the Venezianico Narade. There's the Bronzo. There's a few different Narade. I had one in before, Mother of Pearl, which was beautiful. And they're making some outrageously good watches. They recently released their own proprietary mechanical movement, which is phenomenal. Price goes up a little bit because obviously there's a lot of money that they've put into this. But they're a brand from Italy, moreover in Venice, which hence the name. But they're doing some outrageously good stuff. Inside this watch, it's running a Miyota 9039 movement. It's the no-date variant of the 9000 series. I'm here for it. It's nice to see they've got really good movements in their watches, and they're movements that will go and go, give you a nice sweep. And I've said many, many times before, the Miyota 9000 series of movements is amongst my favourites. So you're never, ever going to hear me moan about getting this in a watch. And I'm not going to moan about it now. So there we are. The construction of the watch, aside from the crystal, the strap and the case back, is all bronze. They've got it down as QA19-4 bronze. I have no clue what that means, but I do know in the time that I've been wearing this, you'll see how it's starting to patina. It was, when I first got it, it didn't even look bronze, it just looked gold. It was slightly different to what you'd expect, but looks really, really nice. It's starting to patina lovely. I had it on holiday in Turkey with me, and yeah, it's just starting to really age well. This is one of the really good things about the bronze sort of effect, is you get all these sort of marks on it from wearing it, but everything else still looks pristine. Yeah, I love it. Really, really nice. So yeah, that's the bronze. So that's the bezel, crown, case, and the hardware is all bronze. The case thickness of the watch is 10.6 millimeters. The case diameter I measured from the 8 to the 2. It was coming at 39.1 millimeters. When you go from the 9 to the 3, including the crown, it was coming at 42.2 millimeters. The lug width on this is 20. So a real strap monster. 20 mil is a really sweet spot. And the lug to lug tip to tip of the watch is 45.1 millimeters. So real good Goldilocks proportions there. Wears really nice. And I think it's obviously a dive style watch, but it's a dressy sort of dive style watch. You could wear it in a lot of conditions. Maybe even as a dive style watch goes, potentially even a Garda style watch, where very slim, you could wear it under a shirt, a cuff. Yeah, really, really nice. So they're the proportions. The crown situated at the 3 o'clock position. Got the logo for Venezianico there. Case back, screwed down, which normally you got screws, but this is actually screwed down. And you got the horses of St. Mark. Really, really nice. They're bronze, hence the bronze watch. I love how that all ties together. Really, really cool. Information on the back there, which we're going to run through. The bezel, let's have a look. That is very crisp. Very, very crisp. No problems. That's very, very surprising, to be honest. I've not had... This is definitely by far the best bezel I've had on a bronze watch. Very, very crisp. Yeah, normally it's a bit different on bronze watches, but that's nice to see that it's not with this. The strap it comes on is an FKM rubber strap. Super comfortable, quick release on there. So it's going to be nice and easy to change out if you want to put a different strap on there. The hardware is bronze. You've got the logo on there as well. We love a bit of that. The crystal covering the dial. So you're going to be interested to know. AR coating's not amazing. Could do with a bit more, but it's sapphire crystal. We do love a bit of sapphire crystal on our watch. And the water resistance should have probably made out of the case back is 200 meters. So that'll give you 20 atmospheres of water resistance. And the weight will appear in the top right. So all in, it's 89 grams. Not too big, so probably not surprising. But yeah, feels quality, but very, very light on wrist, which is, I'm really, really pleased to report. So let's have a look at the dial in a bit more detail. So there's no date on this, given it's the Miyota 9039 inside. Nice sort of piano black dial, real deep and rich in the black. So it's all blacks and golds really, this watch. You got a minute track in gold going around the outer edge. You got applied battens everywhere, and they look fantastic. I like the way they play with the light, the sort of angular sort of shape of the indices really plays with the light as you move it around. You got good proportions on the hands. The hands are high polished, as are the indices. You got a little bit of light play on the hands, not as much as you do on the indices with the different facets. But I'm here for it. I love the way it plays with the light. I'm all about the angles. When you're wearing a watch and you're moving it around, you'll see different parts of it glisten because of the angular surfaces of the indices and stuff. Venezianico, you got it looks like the logo's been applied, but in script writing below looks like it's been printed on. You got the Raid Bronzo that's been printed on above the 6 o'clock position. And I was saying a moment ago, the proportions on the hands are really, really nice. The angular sort of high polished nature of the indices and stuff and the hands against the sort of more brushed elements of the case, which also are patina in now. So you'll see that I think it just adds a nice bit of pop. And you're thinking on top of that side, what's the loom saying? So the loom, when I didn't realise, I'll be honest, until I did the loom shot, that there's loom on the bezel, which is no mean feat when you're dealing with a bronze bezel. It was a nice little surprise. It doesn't go as long on the bezel, I grant you, as it does on the indices and the hands, but it's still decent. But it was just a nice surprise. I didn't expect to have a fully loomed bezel on a bronze bezel. Do you know what I mean? I know it's not the easiest then to apply. You can see the sections in which they've applied it, but it's not the easiest to do so. So it was a really nice surprise to see that that's what they've done. And yeah, the lume's decent. The lume's not bad at all. And that's a nice little surprise there. In terms of the movement, like I said, it's the 9039 movement. If I take the crown out, there's only one position it will hack. You put it back in, it will start back up again. When it's in the position when it's unscrewed from the case, if you turn it, you can charge it. And then all you do after that is really just screw it up. And there you go. That's everything going on there. So that's the movement, hands indices, dial, lume, everything. Let me just pop it on the wrist quickly, give you an idea what it looks like on my wrist. One moment, guys. Okay, so this is what it looks like on my wrist. My wrist is a 7¼ inch wrist for your reference. And I think it wears superbly well. Lots of holes to go tighter, lots to go looser, couple of catches. The bronze and the blacks is exceptional. I think it looks really nice. And like, I do really think it's a sort of dressy diver. And as time goes on, it patinas, adds a bit more character. There are ways of cleaning it to take the patina out, so do look that up if you want to get it nice and fresh again. But I think it's a cracking little looking watch. But as ever, what do you all make of it? Okay, so guys and girls, that will now take me swiftly on to what I think is pants and Pukka about the watch. If you've ever watched before, you know I always start with pants. I like to go on high with Pukka. So what I think is pants about the watch. There's not a lot. This has been my favourite watch that I've had from them today. I've had a few, and I'm not saying they're not outstanding, but this one has just really resonated with me. Really, really lovely. The only thing I'm going to say is the lack of AR coating. I would like to have seen, because it does look like just a bit of flat sapphire crystal. I could imagine they could have done a little bit better with maybe a couple more layers of AR coating. So that's all I'm going to say is lack of AR coating for pants. What I think is Pukka. A lot more, because like I said, this is my favourite Venezianico to date. The first thing I'm going to say is the hands and indices. You'll see as I move it around, this is just in studio conditions, you'll see how it plays with the light. Moreover, the indices, like I mentioned, but really, really nice. Good proportions there as well. The lume surprised me. I did not know from wearing it, because I didn't really pay attention, that there was lume on the bezel. It's something that I didn't really notice, maybe because it's not as strong on the bezel. But yeah, that was a nice touch. The movement, the Miyota 9039 movement in a watch, yeah, I'm always going to be here for it. The bezel on this for a bronze watch is amazing. You would never know it was bronze if you just felt the bezel and you turned it like it's this sort of blind test. You'd never know it was bronze because of it. The case back looks cool, doesn't it? I love those sort of details. I love an engraved case back, and that's a really nicely finished case back. The rubber strap is super comfortable. FKM rubber, very, very supple. Gonna wear for a long time very nicely. The finishing, you'll see the brushed to polished surfaces on this. It's so crisp. And even as time goes on, it's still gonna look really nice. I think the finishing on the watch is done very, very well. And the general look, I've wanted to have a bronze watch in my collection for some time. I've had a couple, they've never stayed. I dare say this isn't going anywhere. So yeah, the general look is fantastic. So the things I'm going to say for Pukka is the hands and indices, lume, movement, bezel, case back, rubber strap, finishing, and the general look of the watch. And that'll take me on to, would I recommend this watch? And bronze watches are not for everybody. Some people don't like when they age and stuff. I do. I'm also going to bring the price up in front of me, because that's going to play a factor in whether you'd buy one or not. But I think this offers so much in terms of the way it looks, the way it's finished, the materials used, that I would wholeheartedly say grab one of these. They're very, very nice. A lot of what their watches do sell out pretty quickly, so do try and grab one whilst you can. But yeah, definitely would. But guys and girls, as ever, please let me know what you think about this watch, and maybe any other watches you may want to see on the channel. And as I always say, don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, and always watch the time. Take care, guys. All the very best.